Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and I know, shock horror, I am playing in a different journal. This is an art by Marlene. It's the 4-inch square small white creative journal. It's a lovely size to play in when you just want a little play. I'm going to be using lots of Art by Marlene products in this YouTube video. Starting off with a piece of collage paper. I think this one was from one of the most recent releases of collage papers. I've cut a piece off that I'm going to pop into my journal. Yes, it is from the most recent, I can tell, because the most recent ones have got these polka dots on the back, which I really like. So I'm going to use some Art by Marlene sticky glue just to pop this onto my page. I have recently just bought some more of this. It's so easy to use because it's in that nice sticky tube. There's no need to be getting a brush out if you don't want to, so kind of makes it nice and easy to play with. So I'm going to pop this down onto my page, and then that's going to be my starting point. So doing something like this to get started is a great way to just kind of jumpstart your creativity. So using that piece of collage paper, it gives you a starting point for your colours if you want it. You can even extend the collage paper and copy and try and replicate what's there. I think for me, what I used it for was to just try and add some more colour onto my page and bring it out and across onto the collage paper that was there already. So I'm using Art by Marlene paints as well. They are such lovely, bold, vibrant colours. A little bit different to Dina Wakley's paints because Dina's a heavy body. These, I would say, are not heavy body acrylic, but they are acrylic paint and they are really lovely. The colours blend really nicely. They are lovely to work with. So I've gone with like pinky tones and then a purple, and I'm just pulling them down onto the collage paper. I'm also using an Art by Marlene brush. It's one of the ones with the acrylic handle, which are just, they're so nice to use. So this is a stencil from the advent calendar, and as you can see, I'm having a bit of difficulty lifting the paint. But it was quite a warm day when I did this page, and I didn't gesso my pages first, and B, the paint dried so quickly, which is really unusual for the UK. It doesn't often happen that way. But anyway, as you know, it doesn't matter. I wasn't bothered. The first one did some interesting patterns. So I decided then I had some paint left on my brush that I would just brush through the stencil instead, and just get some kind of smooshy patterns going onto my page. So I'm using up some of the paint that I had left over. So obviously when you're using a brush through a stencil, you do get a very different look to how you would if you were using a sponge or even a blending tool. They all have different ways that they work, and you kind of, I would say with a brush, you don't get as much of a precise stencil pattern coming through. Particularly if you've got a bit of water on your brush as well, you will get that more kind of loose effect. So then I grabbed a bit of a dark blue. Let me see if I can get my pot and tell you what the colours are. That dark blue looks like it was Police. And this is a little stencil mask that came out of one of the advent calendars from a couple of years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. A lovely little collection of small stencils, and I'm just popping that up at the top of my page. And I am using a blending sponge to pop that through. So that creates like a mask of the pattern rather than a stencil which you stencil through and the pattern is where the stencil has the holes. The mask works in reverse. So next I am using lace. That's Art by Marlene's white colour. And I'm just popping some white stenciling. So I felt my page was getting quite dark. I wanted to bring a bit of that white back. So I am stenciling through just to add some white onto my page. This is another stencil from the advent calendar from last year. And this is a nice number one. I'm just popping a few numbers on. I'm sticking with similar colours to what I've started with, just so that I'm not making it too busy and too confusing. Then I grabbed these luxury paper elements from Marlene, these fantastic, I think they're giraffes. They're just so cool. And I thought I would use them in a group of 3. So as you know, one of the rules that I tend to use when I'm working, rules, when I say rules, like loosely, is odd numbers work really well. And I thought on lots of my other pages I've just used 1 figure, and on this one I wanted to use 3. So here I'm just creating a little calm area for my paper element to go onto, and then that way they will stand out from the background, because the background was quite busy and bold. So I'm going to glue them down using some Art by Marlene sticky glue. So then here I'm just adding a little bit of stenciling, using another stencil from the advent calendar, and a bit of black. So I'm going in for a little bit of contrast now, just to try and bring a bit more interest to this page. So you might have been thinking, that's all well and good, Claire, but those shapes are disappearing. So what I'm going to do now is go in with a white Signo Uniball, that's just a gel pen, and outline those plush shapes. That just helps to pull them back into the foreground. As you can see up there where it's dark, they have just kind of disappeared. And now they are just popping out. So here I'm just adding a few dots onto my page as well. I literally did this because I had my pen in my hand, and I wanted to just lighten that dark bit up at the top and add a few dots. I mean, I do have a dotty stamp that I could use for that, but because I had the pen, I thought I would just carry on with that. So now I'm just using a Stabilo All. I'm just adding a shadow to one side of these paper elements to try and pull those out a bit more from the background. My video seems to have made this page look quite dark. It isn't really as dark as it looks on here. I was trying out a new camera, and I'm sending it back because I don't like it. It's not really compatible with my computer, which I should really have checked before I bought it. But anyway, there we go. Information you didn't need. So now I'm just water activating that Stabilo All pencil line down that side of my cute giraffe heads. They are so cute. And that's just going to bring a bit more definition to that left-hand side. So next I'm going to use some of the gold stencil paste that Marlene released recently, and I'm just going to pop a bit of this through. Again, another stencil from the advent calendar, using a palette knife. And I'm not particularly looking for a sort of neat effect here. I want that kind of loose look really. And that's just to bring a little bit of warmth to this page too. So I'm just scraping that through in little bits, and then I'm going to finish off with a sticker quote from the Golden Oldie sticker quote book. If you've not got your hands on this and you love a good quote, well, you need to get it quick. There are so many quotes in here, you will not run out for a very long time. So that was pretty much how this little page came together in this tiny journal. I love these journals so much that I have actually just recently bought a few more to kind of keep on my shelf. They're lovely for that sort of small bit of creating when you've not got very long but you want to do a little bit of something. So yeah, lots and lots of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you have found some inspiration. Marlene is always releasing new things, and I have some things to share with you soon as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.